Alright, leap from danger, following technique. What we're dealing with now is, of course, with an aggressive push from behind. You know, one good thing that I've always learned about ukemi, which is proper falling, proper technique, is that when you learn your proper ukemi, it's always good not only to learn how to have a good block, to have a good punch, to have a great kick, but it's always good to have a good base when you fall, and also when you tumble. So this technique kind of gives you a good idea of how to get out of the, harm's way if you are tumbling forward. Anyway, what we have is a guy coming from behind us with a two-hand push. As I get pushed, okay, a lot of options. I'm going to roll forward, but I can also, catch him in the groin and have a good day. I'm going to slide all the way through and roll. As he comes after me in his slow motion, sideways heel move, I'm going to move out of the line of attack and roundhouse kick, bam, into his gut. Plant down, turn, he's still there, back kick, cross out 1, 2, and there's leap of danger. Let's try it again. Do it slow. So not really fancy, pretty simple technique. Getting out of the way, 1, pop. I can always crack here if I wanted to as well. Huge, bam, and close up. It's a spinning back kick, but if I need to do a heel hook kick to the head, you know what? I'm not confined to the curriculum. That's what I can do. Okay, so again, and go 3 speed. Hey guys, welcome back. Next technique is circles of protection. I think this is an important technique in American Kenpo because any technique that pops up in Form 4 I think is key, okay? This is the first defense against an overhead punch, okay? Overhead punches, you gotta be careful. You don't want to be caught again. It's like a hook punch. You don't want to be caught at the apex of the circle because you can get bombed on. It's no fun. Circle of protection, you want to catch him early. He goes to the overhead right. I step forward my left foot into a forward bow. I do an upward. It's actually what it is. It's not so much an upwards, it's like striking block. It's an overhead parry. So I'm trying to go here and back. Here and back. I'm brushing my non-hair, okay? As this comes through, my left hand is going to come and claw the face. So what it looks like is as he punches, I parry here, I come underneath here, and I claw the face. What I like to do is I like to use my elbow against his shoulder to turn him off a little bit because I don't want, the more his shoulder comes through, the more force he has coming at me. So if I just try to go parry, claw, and then parry, if he's barreling down on me, I'm probably going to get caught. So I stop with the elbow so I can claw, okay? From here, these hands come down together. This pins and checks against his body. I actually like to throw him away behind his rear end, okay? Some guys go in front, but if you go in front, you can check that line, which is the next line I want to strike, which is the groin, okay? So what I do instead is I throw it behind him, throws his jump forward so I can catch it. Bang! Okay? Grab a handful of his stuff, shuffle forward, rip, and back knuckle. Bang! Toss out. He throws the overhead. I catch it. I'm letting it go by. Boom! I hit here with the claw. This is coming up overhead. I check this down. Strike. Same time. Grabbing here. Make sure you keep this hand up so you don't get the headbutt. Grab and rip. Back knuckle. One more time. He throws the overhead. I catch it. 1, underneath the elbow. 2, claw the face. Check down and claw again. Grab. Back knuckle. 3 speed. So, today we're working on now is called Circle of Doom. Circle of Doom is a really cool technique. I like it because, when I used to compete also, or just, spar in the school, there was always little hidden things that you would use, especially if I was working with someone who had higher kicks or longer legs, how to get underneath those legs and kind of surprise them with a nice strike. And that's what Circle of Doom kind of teaches you. What we're doing is we're going to right in Chabot. As the guy comes to kick me in the hand, I'm going to move out of the line of attack and kind of catch the leg at the same time, almost passing it through. When I do that, I'm going to simultaneously do a heel hook, vertical upper heel hook to his groin. I'm going to turn over looking my left shoulder, and as I see his head, I'm going to do a heel hook scoop kick to his face and cross right out to an angle departure, which would be maybe somewhat 730. Again, the kick is coming through. I'm going to lean away and reverse it and throw it over. When he lands, I don't want to wait. I'm going to try to catch him when he's landing at the same time. This way I get his momentum going and I already have him prepared for my next strike. My next move, I do a heel stiff leg kick, catching the face, and then I go out to my angle departure and a front crossover, and I'm done. It's called Circle of Doom. Do 3 speed. Yeah. Hey guys, next technique is broken gift, okay? This is sister technique to gift of destruction, gift in return, broken gift. Oh, I'm sorry, this is broken gift rather. Yeah, gift of destiny. Yet another handshake technique, okay? This time we're going to attack the arm directly. Kind of the other times we're striking or getting out of the way, manipulating the body. Now we're going to attack the arm directly. And it's kind of funny, I got a comment yesterday on Casadekenpo about gift of destruction. Somebody asked me, what if a 250-pound guy like Kenpo Slice is coming to shake your hand? You're probably going to get your ass kicked. I said, yeah, you're probably right. But you always give Kenpo his bread, man. He just wants to make his bread. That's all he wants. Handshake. Grab the wrist. Control the wrist. Always wary of that other hand, okay? I don't want to just hang out here and get clocked. Boom, boom, whatever, okay? So I step in and I use an elbow to hyperextend his wrist. I rotate his palm up to the sky. If I rotate his palm up, his elbow's going to be down, okay? Get him up. One. From here, I'm going to keep him up on his toes. I'm going to rotate his palm down as I grab his wrist, allowing me to step through and reverse or right into the bow, and I twist the arm and I pull and I back knuckle him right to the side of his jaw, okay? From here, what I'm going to do is I need a better attack angle. Maybe the guy's pressing towards me. I don't want to just hang out there, okay? I can do a lot of things here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to up the clock, and I'm going to slip the elbow. Bang! Right there. There's going to be no drawing back. Right from here, as he comes in, I just roll him to the other side, drive the elbow down onto his jaw, and I cross out. It's a great technique. Grab right at the wrist, step through, right into the guy. Knee check if you can. Break that arm. Rotate the palm down, grab the wrist, step the reverse, bang! Pull it apart, wham, just track. Right down his arm, right to his jaw. Off angle, slip, bang! Cross out. Free speed.
Heavily ascent is our next technique. When we're dealing with the heavily ascent, other than thrusting wedge, where we get actually shoved in the grill, the guy already has his hands on our neck. So what's happening is heavily ascent, we're praying to get him off. And our hands are going up. So I'm going to catch underneath his throat as I step through with the right forward bow. I'm going to unwind into a neutral bow, and if I can, collapse an elbow to his sternum, which brings his head up, it brings his head down, which allows me to what? Rip across it with my elbow. As I rip through, what I'm going to do, dropping into a neutral bow, I'm going to go back and do a rolling back knuckle to the right side of the temple, heel palm claw to the bridge of the nose, or heel palm claw to the face, and then as I unwind, I'm going to let my left hand become a check on top of his chest, so I can hold him back to lock him out, so I can get the half fist right to the throat. As I do that, I cross out, and it's done. Heavily ascend from this angle, front two hand. 1, 2, also, beautiful, right? Rip through if you want. Also, compounded technique. Bam! I do a downward elbow. I come down the cloud knuckle with the back knuckle. Heel palm claw, check, and let that roll through. You can see a lot of the patterns of 5 swords in this technique. Okay? So it's just the same, right? Again. So 1, pop, boom, crack, boom, boom, possible, bam, bam, hit. Alright, let's speed.
Hey guys, next technique is capturing the storm. This is one of my favorites. This is going to pop up later in Form 6. And it's against an overhead club. Okay, so we have brushing the storm, obstructing the storm. Now we're going to deal with capturing the storm. So we're actually going to control the club and take it and strike him with the club. Okay? As he comes through, what a lot of guys do is they like to stop the club, then re-grab, then step through and strike the knee. I don't like that for a lot of reasons. A, I don't like people hitting me with clubs. B, I don't like people hitting me with the other hand. So I want to get the heck out of the way and strike him with the club in one motion. Okay? So as I do this, I'm going to do a double upper block or an X block. Quickly, I'm going to turn my palm towards me, grabbing his hand. I put right around the finger so he can't let go. Okay? I grab his hand with mine. Same thing. Both hands together. So I'm grabbing like this. I step through, strike the knee. Okay? From here, I like to slide up to his wrist with my left hand and grab it thumb down. Okay? I'm going to step through, underneath his arm. Boom. Twist the arm. You can actually go slide down to the hand and move into this Aikido lock like this. Sankyo. And I step back and I overhead down over the club. Bang! Clip in the back of the dome if you want, but I can strike and cross out. Okay. Steady. He comes overhead, I'm gonna move. One, grab, stepping down. Just let that motion come through. Boom, grab the wrist, twist. Underneath, step through and reverse again, unwind, bang! Right down on his arm, and then cross out. The key thing I want you guys to get is as the guy steps through, I want this move in one motion. Okay? The rest of it's kind of gravy. But as he steps through, I don't want one, grab, hit. In the beginning, of course, you're going to do that. But what I want you guys to do is get the hell out of the way, bang! And clip the guy in the knee. Okay? Let's go do it at street speed. Yep.
So, conquering shield is a following technique. Again, it's one of the, actually it's the second to last technique of short form 3. Okay, what we're dealing with is a left hand lapel grab, and the guy's trying to knock me into a punch or whatever. Other than like long kimono, where I would drop back and wrap in the arm, our environment doesn't allow us to do that. So now we have to move him back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pin check. As I pin check, 3 points of contact, pin check, knee kick, and I'm going to simultaneously bring the right arm in and rake against the outside, break against the outside of his left elbow. When that happens, I'm going to conquer my shield down. Here's my shield, and then it conquers down at the same time. Again. So, pin check. Hidden moves there too. Pin check. Kick the knee. Plant down. High, extend the elbow. Bring it up. Conquer the shield down his arm. As that happens, it brings his head forward. I'm going to upward elbow underneath his jaw. And then from that point, do a heel palm pull to the bridge of the nose. And cross off. 1, 2. Conquering shield. 1, boom. Down, up, and right. Close up. We'll do it in street speed.
Hey guys, welcome back. This technique is called taming the mace. Again, against the overhead right. This time, what kind of makes this unique for a couple reasons. Your back is against the wall like I'm conquering shield, so you can't step back. And what you're going to do is you're going to utilize the wall as a weapon against your opponents. It's a really neat technique, and I actually did this technique, I think, junior year in high school on a Taekwondo guy at school. Don't try it at home, kids. Okay? My back is against the wall. I cannot step back. I can move laterally, but what I want to do is I want to move laterally and forward so I'm not pinned against this bad boy here. As it is overhead right, I slip it, I parry with my left, and I'm going to do an inward hand sword to his bicep. Okay? So I'm sandwiching effect. 1, I ricochet my right hand, quarter beat it right into the back of his jaw, behind his ear. 1, 2. Okay? So as I step, I like to use the closed knee to close off this line of entry to my groin. Okay? So I go 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? From here I grab. I like to grab behind the shoulder and anchor down here. Reason I do this is I want to weight this foot. Okay? I want that foot to be weighted because what I'm going to do is I'm going to rear cross against the wall. Okay? Use that foot as a pivot point and swing him into the wall. Okay? As I do that, I'm going to do right knee with my right elbow. Crossing out. Try again. Up the clock, slip it. Bang, hit here. 1, 2. Okay? Grab, rear cross, unwind. Bam! Elbow and knee. Cross it. That's what happens. Street speed.
That was a younger interpretation of taming the mace just to get a little idea, especially for those of you from New York, what's up, Brooklyn, you like a little more brawl into your technique. Now we're going to do taming the mace B. You just seen taming the mace A, we'll do taming the mace B. The other interpretation is nothing new, it's just another form that if you didn't want to expose your back or just turn your back and go that way because you didn't feel you had enough leverage or control, how to just move from the point of origin and just continue to use your opponent's momentum forward. Anyway, as Cliff comes in, again, same basis, we're going to parry, chop, and recoil the back knuckle right to the mastoid. At this point, I grab him right behind his neck as I anchor, and I'm going to do a right knee in the inside of his right thigh, Plant back to my point of origin, hold him, and then slam his head right against the wall. From this point here, I knee to the spine, plant back, and take my left hand and hold him back with the left, do it with the right hand, to his ribs, cross out for 1, 2. Do it again, slowly. Taming the mace, street style.